So look, Facebook Insider, you might have seen people talk about leaks docs explaining deboosting, troll report, and political targeting in the video interview. Now, the way it goes down is like, people have been saying that Facebook have been, well, there's always a lot of talk of shadow banning on a lot of platforms. Whether it's 100% true or not, not really sure. Like stuff that they say is shadow banned on fucking or what's the word? Where they're suppressing it, like on YouTube, is a possibility because we know that they're doing it to stuff now to stop fucking nonce gangs communicating to each other. Twitter shadow banning, I'm sure it's been kind of debunked a bit, or has it? No. But there was that interview with people from that weird council who work at Twitter saying, oh yeah, we totally do it, whatever their weird council is, like, I know, the Brotherhood of Baby Eaters or something. I can't remember what they call themselves. Sounds like something out of 1984. Not what I just said, which sounds like something out of Michael Jackson's bedside table best reader. Favorite reading manual. Insider, formerly responsible for content review in Facebook's intellectual property department, speaks out, loses job. Facebook engineers plan to demote bad content. Conservative Facebook page live stream secretly deboosted. No notice to page owners. Facebook can classify users as trolls based on their vocabulary, then punish by limiting bandwidth, blocking comments. Facebook engineer hateful content is coming from right-leaning sites. Special features triggered leading up to important elections. Bizarre view of hate speech includes content from conservative commentator. Now, I do believe the conservative commentator in question is roaming millennial, which I like. She is part of the quartet of sex. Now, what I mean by that is like there's like in the past few years, suddenly all these like these these conservative female commentators just emerged, and they're all fucking, they're all pretty smashable. Yeah, she's with that, like her and Tommy Lauren with her hateful snarl. Yeah. She's just got that snarling, like, what she'd look like when you're stirring that fucking custard. It'd just be good. And also Lauren Southern's real bangable too. She's got kind of, I don't know. She's not like, there's something about you just like, and who's that other bird who wants to suck on Tommy Robinson's penis? Brittany Pettibone. When she I think she was one of the other ones that was told she couldn't come in the UK. Gotta let her in. Fantastic. She's hot as well. But Roman Millennial is fucking smart. Yeah, so that's why I don't call it like the sexy conservative crew is what I call them. Yeah, that's what they are. Smash, smash, smash all the way to the bank. Now, an update. In the video we said Stephen Crowder's live stream was defrottled when in fact his entire page was defrottled. Oh dear. Update 2, Facebook responds, we fired this person a year ago for breaking multiple employment policies and using her contractor role at Facebook to perform a stunt for Project Veritas. Okay, a spokesperson told The Verge, unsurprisingly, the claims she is making validate her agenda and ignore the processes we have in place to ensure Facebook remains a platform to give people a voice regardless of their political ideology. Update 3, Project Veritas has included captions on original images in this article to avoid reader confusion. Bloody hell. How long is this? Oh god, this is very long. So Project Veritas has obtained and published documents and presentation materials from a former Facebook insider. Yeah. So founder James O'Keefe said, how to expose dishonesty and censorship in big tech companies. We will be relying upon more insiders, informants, and leakers in the future. So the future depends on those who are willing to give up everything for what they believe. Yeah. Cool, whatever. To gain a better understanding of the documents, Project Veritas spoke with the Facebook insider in an interview. The insider separated from Facebook in 2018 and was later hired by Project Veritas. So as they said, we fired this person a year ago for breaking multiple employment policies and using her contractor role at Facebook to perform a stunt for Project Veritas. So they told The Verge, so that would indicate that they've told The Verge that she was already working for Project Veritas. I think it is a woman. I've already mentioned. I don't know what I'm talking about, do I? I saw things that were going on that I personally found to be troubling. According to this insider, the documents revealed a routine suppression of distribution of conservative Facebook pages. The technical action she repeatedly saw and for which Project Veritas was provided documentation was labelled Action Deboosts Live Distribution. Said the insider. I would see this term appear on several different conservative pages. I first noticed it with an account that I can't remember. But I remember once I started looking at it, I saw it was on Mike Cernovich's page, saw it on Stephen Crowder's page, as well as the Daily Caller's page. So as the sensitive keywords in videos are identified by text classifier. What's this? What happens when I click this? That's too fucking small. Fuck off. So what? So Stephen Crowder's page basically had been suppressed before April 2016, and Crowder told Project Veritas they settled a dispute related to the issue. You have heard this. So apparently they had an out-of-court settlement over this. Asked for comment on this story, Stephen Crowder's attorney Bill Richmond said, Louder Crowder is investigating the allegations of concealed streaming throttling by Facebook. The accusations are deeply troubling, given the previously settled dispute with Facebook uncovered by Gizmodo.com, which found the show was targeted by Facebook workers with secret audience restrictions on political grounds alongside other prominent conservative voices. That's not good, is it? A screenshot of an action log on Mike Cernovich's Facebook page provided by the insider shows a tag. The insider believes that the deboost code suppresses the distribution of live stream videos on Facebook. Project Veritas spoke to a current Facebook employee off the record who said that the code could limit a video's visibility in news feeds, remove sharing features, and disable interactive notifications. Now, I tell you what, right? So look at this. In online circles, so look, so there's terms that they banned as well. So they banned terms to stop coordinating trolling on FB. So there's this guy called Yamamoto. This is the guy. Mike Cernovich's Facebook photo here, blah, 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 blah. So Yamamoto is responsible for the newsfeed reduction strategy. So this is Mr. Yamamoto. Also authorized a post where he said Facebook should address quite a bit of content near the perimeter of hate speech, said the Facebook insider. The perimeter of hate speech means things aren't actually hate speech, but that might offend somebody. Anything that is perceived as hateful, but no court would define it as hate speech. The insider believes Yamamoto's plans appears to be political in nature rather than a response to abusive behaviors. It was clearly kind of designed, aimed to be right-wing meme culture that's become extremely prevalent in the past few years. And some of the words that appeared on there were like SJW, MSM, which is mainstream media. The New York Times doesn't talk about the MSM. The independent conservative outlets are using that language. Also in Yamamoto's report was a line appearing to say that online Facebook trolls are involved in destructive behaviors such as red-pilling normies to convert them to their worldview. In online circles, the term red-pilling refers to bluntly showing the truth, and normies refers to generally to apolitical or uninformed people. I think normies is just normies. You know, that's what Facebook is full of. It's an internet place for normies. Yes, their meme content is seriously bad, but let's examine troll behavior more broadly rather than just focus on content. Trolls are involved in many destructive behaviors on Facebook, including raids, coordinated attacks on groups, pages, and individuals, doxing, harassment, targeting specific individuals, false reporting on groups, pages, and individuals to Facebook ops. I actually, I reported like it was something. It wasn't like a momentum page, but it was something close to that, and it was just something. It was just some really anti-Semitic shit. I reported it. They did nothing about it. But then I did see a photo that looked like he has a kid with his ding dong out. He was put in a comedy group. It was like, yeah, it was like a woman with a little kid, and I swear he had his dick out. So I reported that. They did take that down, however. So you know, priorities and all that. False reporting of groups, toxic meme creation and templating for widespread dissemination to various FB groups and pages. Black propaganda. Black propaganda. What's black propaganda? Is that propaganda by black? Or against blacks? Or is that just a blanket term for just evil propaganda? The black magic propaganda? I don't know. Red pilling normies to convert, that's the one. The video linked to the presentation was made by Lauren Chen, aka Romeo Millennial, aka Conservative Sexy. A conservative, sexy conservative commentator who now hosts a program on Blaze TV. If you actually watch the video, you can see that it clearly isn't abusive or promoting harassment. The video was a criticism of social justice. Yeah, I've actually watched that video. Well, no, yeah, I have. I watched someone else watch that video, but yeah, I've seen it. I've seen what they're talking about. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And it's just got like a clickbaity title, as is ever, and then she says, "Look, just for the record, I want to say that I don't blah 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 blah." You know, it's very balanced and fine what she says at the beginning. On a page from the presentation titled "Strategies We Use Today," Yamamoto and Della Rubia list demote bad content. They add, "We should still, of course, delete and demote, but we can do even more, like eat their children." Other actions that it doesn't say that, by the way. Like eat your children, it doesn't say that. Other actions, it wouldn't say that. Other actions could be interpreted as bad content. Could be posting words such as zucked, REEE, and normie. What the fuck? This is mental. For people whose sole business is a massive website on the internet. They just don't seem to understand certain terms that are frequently used. Normie's part of hate speech. This is fucking bizarre. This is very strange. Who are these people? Are they employed? Like, fuck. This is why Hollywood makes shit films as well, because they blatantly employ people who just don't know about films. They just go, "No, we need an explosion there. We need this. We need her to be a lesbian. You got me right. See you in the morning." Like, it's just, it's mental. Said the insider. Facebook is shifting the goalpost. It's one thing if you're dropping the N-word or things like that, using some kind of homophobic or racial slur. By all means, that's something that the platform should not want on it. Yeah. But now you're moving it to things like jokes that conservatives tend to make. It's zucked, REEE, normie. These are things you can't say. Fuck me, that's mental. Special features triggered leading up to important elections. Two of the tactics outlined in the presentation that the Facebook engineers proposed for dealing with troll operations involve the introduction of a troll twilight zone. What the fuck is this? Yamamoto and Della Rubia's presentation says that troll accounts can have their internet bandwidth limit and experience force glitches like frequent auto logouts and what the fuck? And that failed upload of comments. These special features would be triggered leading up to important elections. Facebook could identify trolls by their vocabulary, friend network, and behavior, according to the presentation. Facebook has what's called fake account index. Explain the insider where they assign a score, which helps them determine whether the account is a real person or just a dummy spam account. Well, any spam account is operated by some person. The robots ain't that clever yet, and rightfully, or are they? And rightfully so, they want to delete those accounts. That's okay. They created the troll score so they could help identify using words they would post pictures if they were friends with other trolls, and then using them to determine whether this person should be on the platform. Alright, okay. What else? There's no accountability, and especially when there are using machine learning to do this. Whenever an individual actions an account, there is a process where at least you can send a message to Facebook. However, this is all being done without the user's knowledge. There is no recourse for them. Another proposed tactic in the presentation would apparently alert trolls friends list when they have been banned. The presentation reads, when a user does something egregious warranting an account suspension or deletion, we should notify the friend network. John Smith's account has been suspended for 7 days because he shared hate speech in the group Kekistani Special Forces. I bet that t-shirt exists. It always, go see if there's a Kekistani Special Forces t-shirt. If it doesn't, I might just create that. Might make a little bit of money off that. No, Kekistani, you fucking noob, not Pakistani. We don't want real countries. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep. I might whip up a quick t-shirt, put that on Teespring for you. Right, presentation says that notifying a troll's friends list would strike fear into the hearts of trolls, and notified users who accidentally befriended the offender might be more mindful of suspicious accounts, increasing overall herd immunity. So the insider was terminated by Facebook shortly after Project Veritas published undercover video of Twitter employees discussing shadow banning. Oh yes, I remember. Yes, that's what I was talking about. And other data privacy abuses. When asked if supplying documents and testimony to Project Veritas was worth it, the insider said, yes, I knew what I had seen. This is something they were trying to keep in the shadows, that they did not want the public to know, and yet the public has a right to know. Project Veritas co-founder James O'Keefe believes that our collective future depends on those who are willing to give up everything for what they believe. I think we've already been down that. Now let's go back to, I mean, what are the statements again, the updates? We fired the person. So Facebook says they fired the person, and it just, yeah. So it hasn't like completely denied. I'll tell you what. One of the things that apart from the fact that saying normie can now make you a fucking troll on Facebook is bizarre. Obviously, we don't know if this is 100% real or not, but it does seem in this day and age, it does seem like it could be real. But the fact that if it's all legit, right? I'll tell you something about Facebook that just makes this fucking actually criminal. Like less so than a suppression of different political viewpoints. Actually, could be criminal in nature, because what does Facebook do? Facebook, if you've got any page, if you've ever had like a business page or just a page you manage or anything, put up some post and you get the fucking inundated updates every day, a notification saying, hey, do you want to reach 24,000 people? Spend £28 and you can do that. Hey, 2 people reacted to this post, why not boost it by £5 and get more likes? Like, they'll actively go for you, if you have a page, asking for money from you to boost your shit to other people. So if they're like, deboosting stuff and also asking money to boost stuff, that makes it some really fucking shady business practices. That is fucking corrupt. That is so. Let's just think about that. How bad that is. Because I've got some fucking nutty content on a Facebook page or two. Like, so they'll deboost you because you've used words that might be considered trolly or hateful in what, and who knows what, It doesn't seem they don't seem to understand what any of this is. So look, the insider says that unlike many actions that Facebook content moderators can take against pages, the deboost action, which appears to occur algorithmically, does not notify the page's owners. So there was no warning to the user. There were actions that were being taken without the users knowing. Fuck. Upon further review, the insider says she did not notice the tag on any left-wing pages, such as the Young Turks page, Colin Kaepernick, anything with a deboost comment. But so that's fucking. Think about it. This is all above board. Well, this isn't above board, but like this investigation and what this woman said, like the fact that they, and guaranteed they'll be, saying, "Hey, Mike Cernovich, do you want to boost this post to reach more people and spend, and you can spend a shitload of money on Facebook advertising." And I know people who do. I've tried Facebook advertising, and it's the one thing about Facebook advertising is that more people will try and sell you their ways of how to make Facebook advertising work than actual products on Facebook. Like, you just get someone saying, "Hey, do you want to advertise on Facebook?" And it's like, and I know people who've done advertising on Facebook and work in, that kind of online promotion, and say they just can't get their heads around it. They're saying they have no idea how it works and they don't go near it. But yeah, it is a thing. Although other people will say that it does boost a hell of a lot of revenue, so who knows? It's just a weird one to figure out. But the fact is that it generates a hell of a lot of money. And they fucking harass you if you have pages. Just put up a post and they go, "Hey, do you want to boost this post? Boost this post, £24, reach 50,000 people." And they go at you. The fact is that they're asking you for money, and they ask, say they were asking Mike Cernovich or fucking Steven Crowder, whoever the fuck, like saying, "Hey, do you want to boost this post to reach more people?" Or they might have been paying to boost posts, and yet they're deboosting them. That's fucking criminal. That's criminal. I don't know what crime that comes. What is fraud? I don't know. I don't know what the specific crime is. Please do tell me. That's some bullshit. And also, this whole thing that we've been hearing about, Russian fucking bots manipulating the election. Whereas, Facebook are now what? Trying to be anti-bot, or is just this bot thing a complete fucking fabrication? Because everyone talks about these Russian bots. Well, have you ever heard of a specific page? We've heard of the posts, but posts have to come from pages and and people. Why wasn't that being fucking deboosted? It's all very but then again, we don't know how long the deboosting thing's been going on for. It's all just a very bit. It's the whole thing is starting to stink of shit to me right now. This whole it was Russian bots that did it. Russian bots manipulate the election. Did they fuck? I don't think it's. I think it's a lie. The whole Russian bot thing is just a fucking load of bullshit. Because it seems to me that they are deboosting people. So they have the power to manipulate an election, not Russian bots. Not with the amount of money that's being, they'd have to. How much money would you have to spend to Because Facebook is just it's just a slide of shit if you're on your phone, especially. It's just it's just fucking awful. And for anything to stand out, now obviously they've changed the algorithm now, but when outrage culture was the number one thing that drove boosted your content on Facebook, that means more people would see it, stuff that made people outraged. So obviously there were, I could see the point that links to stuff that was from opposing political sides, like anti-Black Lives Matter or pro-Black Lives Matter or whatever it was, that stir people's rage up, going, "I'm so angry!" So I could see, that you could whip people up to a frenzy. But the thing is, there's so much shit. How you just skim past it, because there'll be something else that'll make you fucking angry before that or after. So I don't know, how much money would you have to spend to really make an impact? If you're how much money are these so-called Russian bots spending? And who says they're and if the robot theory is, because I haven't seen any of the pages. I haven't seen none of these pages. Have you ever seen something that's definitely attributed to a Russian bot? And how do you know it's a Russian bot? Is it not that Vladimir Putin is just the international thug fool guy? Isn't he just playing the pantomime villain the same way Gaddafi did? And really, maybe it's just China doing it. Has anyone thought about that one? Or maybe they know. Maybe they know and they're just trying to, keep the peace. Maybe it's better if we don't know that it's China doing it. Maybe it's better if the public, I don't know. I've gone way off base here. But the fact is, this whole thing is, everything's starting to whiff. Smell of bullshit. And the fact that, certain people who they close down on Facebook, gives you a good indication. Whereas there's still shit up there promoting fucking real lunacy. Some racist shit. Some anti-Semitic shit. There's all kinds of bullshit on Facebook, but there's only specific ones get banned and stuff. Well, high-profile ones anyway. But man, I could create a Facebook feed of pure hate and lies in about 5 minutes. Just looking up ridiculous groups and ridiculous pages that are on Facebook that are probably getting their posts boosted every day. Happy as Larry. But don't say the word cuck or normie, or they'll fucking boot you out, son. Absolutely mental.